How you doing, Duff here? This is my sixth training session, sixth day of training on the Ninebot One. I'm back at the school parking lot where I had my nasty wipeout last week. But now I'm hoping I'm at the point where I'm able to actually take advantage of the open spaces, and just kind of cruise slowly, take some big turns, all that kind of stuff. So let's see how it goes. I thought I'd do a little bit of a few warm-up rides just to make sure I was comfortable again, and I had multiple falls. One pretty bad one off the front end. Went down hard on my wrist. But I also did a big loop around the majority outside, but this freaking wobble I'm getting, I'm still wondering if I somehow unbalanced the wheel from all the crashes, because the wobble just comes real quick at lower speeds, and if it kicks in at a higher speed, I mean, it just feels like I have no choice but to go down. So it's inhibiting my confidence, which isn't good. So all right, let's video some of this, see what happens. Glad I have full pads on. One fall's really bad. Okay, I made it all the way around that loop. It's probably 300 feet, something like that. But still, man, those shakes. The shakes, I just can't believe it's supposed to do that. I don't know. I have my feet further up on the pedals, as has been advised. A big shout out to Elvis, by the way. So, all right. See if I can get the camera in a position that you can see more. Okay, so I just went around the outer perimeter of this parking lot. Again, had some shakes heading in. It's very disconcerting why that happens. Because if it wasn't for that, I'd feel much more confident. But when they set in, it just totally throws my balance off, kind of puts you into panic mode. So, I don't know, maybe I need to pop it apart and see if anything looks out of whack. I don't know. Keep circling. Keep trying to stabilize myself. That last rod, I tried to physically squeeze my shins against the side of the bot to try to negate the shaking. And it sort of helped, but it kicked in on the back end again a little bit as I was trying to turn. Seems like when I try to turn, it really kicks in. So, but anyways, that's an improvement, obviously. 300 some feet. So, all right, I just successfully went around the perimeter of the lot here. Coming back here without crashing. The corners, I tried to take the advice again that I got on the electric unicycle forum and just kind of look where I wanted to go instead of thinking so much about my feet. And I was able to lean. It felt very tense and very scary, but I did go through the corners okay. And I had less wobble. I only had some minor wobble that time. I just did a recalibration of the balance thing, hoping that might help. And I had a little bit less wobble that time. Not sure if it's because of that or just because I was more balanced, but you know, whatever. It's all good. Still standing upright. Still have problems getting that, you know, when I do the hop to get my foot up, sometimes that foot gets way off. Like that time my foot I hopped up with was way back, and that makes me feel off balance, and it feels like once my feet are on the pedals I can't lift this one off to readjust it, even though I know you can. Good riders can do that, but I just seem to just bail when that happens. I just did a turn within the more narrow portion of the lot. Well, it's not really narrow. I did a turn inside that first section there, and it may as well felt like a hairpin. I was about ready to bail out of it because it felt too dangerous. But I did survive and got back and just drove by. So awesome. Okay, this is my final run of the day. This is how far it was. Starting the speed bump. It's so weird. I don't know if my legs get physically tired at a certain point, but as I got deeper into it, or it's just head games. You know, you start thinking about, you know, I've gone this far, man, I hope I don't fall. And then the second you think about that is when a near fall occurs, it seems, every time. So it seems like you really need to keep a positive attitude and be thinking to yourself that you're not going to fall and you're under control. I actually tried this loop twice. The first time I fell right here, pretty hard actually. I had about 3 hard falls today. I was glad that I had my protective stuff on. Alright, so we're still going here. And to make things a little bit more challenging, you have these pseudo speed bumps. And then coming through here, I had a couple near crashes for some reason, zigzags. I was able to pull it out. And anytime I started to go too fast, I always backed down the speed. I just felt nervous when I was going anywhere over probably 7 or 8 miles an hour. And right there's the speed bump where I started. So that was my max ride today without falling. Come a long way in a week, have a lot longer to go.